Huh. Ooh. Huh. Ooh. Huh. Huh. Baby girl, she a flex short down, lay it and she next woo. Everything that she do, she slay it down, ain't nothing new. Yeah, huh. She's a bomb queen. Everything I'm on done dream.
You are now tuning in to Blue Media.
Welcome back to Blue Media Podcast. I'm your host, Lynn B.E.T. I do a bit of everything. As you see today, I'm wearing another piece from my sustainable design brand, The B.E.T Store. I make a bit of everything because everyone needs a bit of something. I'm here today with my host, Maya.
Hi, guys. My name is Maya. I'm whatever Maya wants. So I love to manifest anything I want in my life. And so far, I wanted to be in New York and I'm here and I'm so happy and grateful. I'm also wearing my leather jacket is from Swap and Slay because I believe in sustainable fashion. Also, but like it's everything like you rent and you repeat. You rent, you wear, you repeat. You slay them and then you wear other. I'm also an actor and performer, and I'm an owner of Social Mode, which is a digital agency. So that's me. So it's also like I do a lot, but it's like whatever I want.
Amazing. And then we're here today with...
Yes, you know who it is. It's your boy, The Jolt, a.k.a. Blue Luciano, a.k.a. Blue Media. We got our sponsors right here, The Shadows of Ezra by Ajalon Fields, and also the indie filmmaking, The Real Way by Luc Stephen. Let's go. And we got over here in front of me...
the guest of the day.
Yes. Let them know who you are.
Hey, my name is Luc Stephen. I am a filmmaker and author and a motivational speaker.
It was great to have you here today.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Per tradition, we're going to take a little sip to christen the conversation.
Okay.
But today we're just going to have ourselves some hydration instead
Today
of
we're gonna have hydration.
intoxication.
Just say that.
Cheers, Blue Media. Thanks for having us today. Thanks for
Okay.
sponsoring
Blue Media.
this
Cheers, Blue
wonderful
Media.
conversation. And,
Gotta love H2O.
Nothing beats H2O.
Nothing.
So I can't live without it.
Real hydration.
So we have a book here in front of us.
Yes.
Mr. Author, tell us a little bit about it.
All right. So this is a small book that wrote and published with Keisha Green. It is called Indie Filmmaking the Real Way. And I just kind of simplified things for the average person. Not too many technical words that someone may not understand and not a lot of reading.
Cheers.
It's just clear cut and to the point, which makes it a very easy read. So it's not going to take them days. It's not going to take them weeks. One day they should be able to finish its 33 pages.
Right.
We are on Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, Apple. We're on every platform. Just, take a look at it. You might want to go and Google me where you can kind of like watch some of my films and maybe that'll help you get the book. After reading the book, if you need some consultations, my email is in there and
Nice.
just hit me up. Consultations are not free because that's our time. But again, hey, you can buy the book. I'm not saying you're going to make a great movie after you finish getting the book because that goes into your script and the way that you shoot your product. But it will make you have a better and clearer understanding. And when you finish your film, I do take care of distribution, but I don't distribute any kind of movie. It has to be a pretty top-notch movie.
Right,
I'm trying to build up my brand of Second Chance Enterprises. So it's in tune with elite films.
Right.
Not
Right.
Every film is you got to clap for everyone that does a film because it is a hard job.
To finish it. And
To finish it, a lot of people start them and they don't finish them. My motto is no matter what you start, you got to make sure you finish it.
Right.
If it takes 2 years, you
Right.
got to finish what you start.
like Boyhood took forever to be done. I feel like they started the movie and then like 18 years later, they're like, are we ever going to be on TV? Are we ever going to be in the movies? It's a movie that took forever to be eventually done, but it's so nice because it grows with them, kind of like Boy Meets World kind of vibe.
Yes.
I love that the book is called Their Real Way. It's like a reel on Instagram is like a short video, and this is like a small book. So
That's a good analogy.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
definitely.
Nice. I would say that was my idea, but I don't steal people's idea, but I am going to use it.
use it, please.
I am.
Yeah.
That's a good analogy that I will put in my next post. Like an Instagram reel, this is a book version of a reel.
Short,
the real
sweet,
way.
to the
Short
point.
and sweet and to the point.
So this is the intro for people who are interested in
Yes.
creating their own indie style film.
Yes.
This is just like that. Break it down, give it to you straight.
Yes, tell you what you need, what you don't need, what you hear. Like you can shoot a movie on your phone.
Right, obviously.
Right? Everyone can shoot a movie on the phone, and they'll promote that, hey, this movie was shot on the phone, but they don't tell you about the rig. They don't tell you about the setup. They don't tell you about the 20-man crew that the person had. He didn't just take his phone and shoot this incredible
Right.
movie.
Right.
Those are just different things that when they promote it, they just don't say it. And so the next person that does a phone, they think they're going to, I'm going to do the same. Oh, they use their phone, I can use my phone. So yes, you should use your phone. You should make your content. But the reality is you have to know what you have.
Right.
Don't think that you
how to
have
use
this all-star film and you're going to make millions and millions and millions of dollars. So it just don't happen. That's just not reality. You just got to get in there and you got to work and fight.
And being able to take the letdowns.
Yeah.
And
Fall on your
trust the
face.
process, like Maya was
Fall on
saying.
your
Like even if
face,
it
get
takes
back
18
up.
years.
Yeah,
Like
fall on your face, get back up again, keep going. Don't give up.
Russ has I don't know if you guys know the artist Russ, has a quote that I like where he says, "The last mile is always the least crowded." Because
true.
so many people will work and say that they're going to do all these things, but then how many people do you actually see that finish what they say, they
That's true.
started?
That's true.
They get excited at first, and then when they know that it's going to take a long way, they're like, okay, they
To get into
Get
something
into it,
else.
get a little
Bounce out.
overwhelmed.
and then the people who are actually focused keep going. So
Yes.
yeah, sometimes people who have the longest careers are the most successful. Like just Demi Moore, like recently, like you don't always succeed from the start, but
No.
it's about keep going. You don't
Yes.
give up. I love that.
Consistency is what makes you win in this business.
Definitely.
So, like, no matter what you do, if you're consistent, like Kobe Bryant and LeBron James were consistently in the gym. 3 hours, 2 hours before the team came, and then they stayed after. That's why they're who they are.
Right.
So you can't think that you're going to be them if you're not going to put the work in that's needed to achieve that success. Every person that achieves success has been a maniac.
Your husband tired.
Has been a maniac.
Yeah.
They're relentless at what they
They're
do.
giving in the work.
Yes. So nothing is given to you. Nothing is going to come easy. Usually when someone breaks through, they talk about, where did he come from? He came out of nowhere. No, he's been working 6,
Right.
7, 8, 9, 10
Right.
years, but no one paid him attention because he wasn't making no noise. And that's just the culture we live in. That's why they think that everything is just automatic. Like automatically I'm gonna make a song, and automatically I'm gonna go platinum, and automatically I'm gonna do this, and
Right.
automatically everyone's gonna like it. Chances are 75% of the people that tell you they like it, once they leave you, they
Right.
didn't really like it.
Right.
Trust
They're never
me.
going to play it on their
If
own.
they
but they're not
liked
gonna
it,
find you.
Yes, then it's gonna be successful. But trust me, everyone that's gonna tell you something
That you want to
good,
hear.
they're
Yeah.
gonna. Some people just tell you stuff that you want to hear. A lot of people don't like me because I'm kind of brutally honest, and they tell me that my face speaks.
Yeah.
So even if I say, yeah, it's pretty cool,
Your eyes
it's like, no, it was trash.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I just, if it's dope, I'm gonna say it's dope. If it's not dope, like people, hey, post my stuff, and you don't post my stuff, and well, if you have something that's dope, I'm gonna post it.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't
You
like
have
it.
to ask for it.
I don't like it, and I don't ask no one to post anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
If they like it, they'll post it.
Right.
If they didn't repost it, they didn't like
You
it.
just got to let it be.
So
in
I'm not
front
going
of
to get
their
mad at
face.
them. I have to get mad at me because that means I got to step my game up.
Yeah. Well, respect to having that perspective at least, because I know a lot of industry professionals who like you were talking about, have that mindset of like, I'm going to make an album and it's going to go platinum right away.
Well,
and then it doesn't. And then they have this bitterness, whether it's, towards the craft or to the crowd. And
most of them is the crowd.
Right. But in reality, where they should have been looking is inward at the work.
When I first started, first movie was Pray Before You Eat. You need to do lights. He's a hater. But we needed to do lights. So I think sometimes you just have to be wise and you have to kind of like figure out what's real and what's not and research what they're telling you. Don't just play it off like...
Yeah, don't take people's word at face value.
Don't take it at face value. Do your research. If some people might actually be trying to help you and telling you something. So, but again, our culture is a very hateful culture. Seems like we don't cheer for each other. Seems that we don't want each other to win. And it seems that if we fail, it's like they want everybody to fail. I don't know why people do that.
When someone's consistent, especially on social media, success is inevitable when it's really consistent. But I work in digital marketing and I noticed that like when someone's consistent, the first like let's say 45 days, it intimidates a lot of people because they're not consistent. So they're like, it's like projection. They don't like it. They're not gonna like that video because why are you posting every day and they're not? So it triggers them. So they're gonna start hating. But then when the algorithm pushes your content because you're using that platform and that platform is like, okay, this person is using my platform, so I'm gonna put it there. Like the algorithm pushes you, and then when the algorithm pushes you and you start growing, that's when everyone starts to yeah, he's my friend. Why? Because he's viral and now it's worked. So their insecurity is not like their insecurity now, okay, I want to be associated with this person. This person is my friend and this person is making it. So, but like to get there, I feel like to get there, to reach that, it's a lot because a lot of people, just like Lynn was saying, they drop out when they're like, okay, my friends are not supporting me. Well,
it's two things. Everybody likes a winner. And something that I do is that, something that I say, a saying that I say is that work so hard that your enemies become your fans. And as long as you keep that, whatever they're saying is not, like if someone don't like it and says something, like, you know what, I got to work harder. I got to work harder. And if I work harder, eventually, because of my consistency and being better each time I go than the last time when I did something, eventually they're going to come because they don't have no choice. You have no choice. To like
exactly.
You say you got no choice.
You got no choice. Eventually, I don't care how much you hate me. Eventually, you're going to be like, I don't like that dude, but that joint was hot.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And then they're going to become your fan.
Right.
So, Luke, I got a question for you, man. Heartbreaking homicide. What does that mean to you? Why call it that?
All right. So Heartbreaking Homicide was originally me and my brother True Light Films. We did a short film. We have something on Tubi called Frenemies. The first movie, so each movie was about a frenemy situation. So the first movie was called Obsession, right? There was short films. So it's 7 short films within this film. So we put 7 short films together. It opens up like a book and then goes into the movie. It goes to the next chapter, then goes into the movie. And so what True did was took my original concept and he wrote a script to it. So Heartbreaking Homicide, to me, when I look at it and what he did to it, and what the actors, shout out to Trinity Tiff. She kills that role. Hopefully you guys will see that sometime in the spring because it's done. I haven't seen, I've seen the second edit. I haven't seen it after it's in sound mix now. So that might take a month. But I look at it as something that we created during the pandemic, because that's when we shot Frenemies. When the pandemic was going on and no one was coming outside, he was just like, yo, let's do this short thing. Let's put out shorts. And I said, yo, instead of putting out shorts, let's take all the shorts and put it together into one joint. And this way I'll be able to get it distributed. Because at that time, when we was getting on Tubi, this is when we first got in there, like 2021, it was like, they had to be 40 minutes. So I didn't want to do a short because we ain't gonna make no money. Okay. I don't raise money, he don't raise money. We put this joint out, let's at least try to get an ROI and return on this investment that we're doing. Because previously when I did films, you know, he's gonna get back. You know what I'm saying? Right. Just wanted to be out there. Like it's gonna be on YouTube and it's gonna be doing this. And, you know, it's this, me and some brothers from the neighborhood, you know, put it together. You know, I'll shout out Doc and I'll shout out Sin and I'll shout out Bug Out. That's how my movie experience first started. And then right before the pandemic, I met True, and then me and him joined forces. So just doing our thing. But Heartbreaking Homicide is the dope movie. I got a shout out to Camille Hassan. I got a shout out to all the actors that we had in there. It's a dope movie. You guys should enjoy it. True's written a book to it, so I guess when the time comes, he's put books to the scripts.
You said True Life?
Yes.
The Spanish guy.
True Light. True Light, not True Life.
Okay,
True Light.
Okay. Can you tell us more about that film? Is it independent?
It's independent.
Okay, cool.
We did that. We True had an investor, and we did that on our own.
Nice.
And you said people can find it on Tubi?
Not yet.
Oh, not yet.
It's not out. I mean, you put my name in, stuff will come from Tubi. If you go to Tubi and put in Luc Stephen, stuff will come out that I directed or acted in, and some of the stuff I just produced won't come up. So there's about maybe 5 or 6 that I just produced, but there's about maybe 11 or 12 projects that I've done that's on Tubi right now.
You mentioned that certain people produce movies on their phones, and I wanted to ask you, like, is it the lighting? Is it the idea? Like, what is the missing? Like, what is the real ingredient, the main ingredient that you feel that has to be in every film, even a movie film, like an iPhone film that makes a movie?
Any film, no matter what you do, has to have a story. You don't have a story. Now, as far as the production, you know, that's to each owns how they feel, right? For me, like, it has to be the story, it has to be the production, it has to be the talent. You got to have some actors that's going to convey what you're trying to convey. You know, you can go, hey, I'm going to get this person because they have a big following and this person's going to watch my movie and da-da-da. No, don't work that way. You can try it. Be my guest. And I've had people like, oh, this person is Rick Ross' baby mother, and bro, it ain't going to work. But they don't want to hear it.
Right.
So you got to let those people, go ahead, do your thing.
Right.
They'll call me, yo, I got this movie, we got this, da-da-da. Boy, it's not going to work, bro. It's not enough money. It's not the right people. It's not the right equipment. So all those things are ingredients. It's like you're making a cake, and if you have one thing off, it throws everything off. Yeah. So you got to have it correct. The first thing has to be the writing, and you got to understand what a movie is. If you're playing my movie and you're not yelling at the TV and talking to the characters, it's not a good movie. If they're just sitting there and then they're on their phone. It's not a good. So if you're watching the movie, I'm watching you to see how you're reacting to the movie. So if after 5 or 10 minutes you're on your phone and you're doing something else, or you're not this and like, yo, why is that person doing that? And, oh, I didn't see that coming. It's not a good movie. Right. And again, you got to have confidence. So if I'm an artist and I'm rapping, you know, this song is fire. This song is trash. It's fire. If you're a writer, yo, this is dope. And again, like I told you, it's different levels to things, right? So when you're at one level, you like, this is it. I'm the shits. Then you get there like, damn, I'm not the shits. And then you find something else. And then you learn other things. You have to be open to criticism. You have to be open to learning. Because if you're not open to learning, how are you going to learn?
Right.
So we all were little when we all went to school, whether we was forced or not, so that we can learn. It's the person that played hooky, did they learn?
They might have learned different things than we did in school.
Yeah, but again, okay, so that's a wrong thing because it's all about open to learning because you could be in the street and learn and you could be in school and learn. But if you're not open to learn, how can you learn? It's impossible. Right. My thing is that I always should know that whatever I term as good enough is not good enough. Like everybody could be good, but everybody can't be great. So if you're trying to be great, you have to do certain things. Like I gave you examples of Kobe and Shaq. Great. What do? They go beyond the norm. You know,
they're like goats, basically. They're like not everyone can match their level. I guess.
Well, that's because they show and prove. But again, it's like I'll say me film. I do film 25 hours a day, 8 days a week.
Wow.
Time I get up, feet touch the ground. You know, I'm gonna meditate. I'm gonna do my prayer. I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna do my salat. I'm gonna work out. But everything is based on film. My whole life is based on film.
Wow.
Question: did you act and you direct?
I wouldn't say I'm an actor. I'm an actor when such and such didn't show up. All right, I'll do that.
What did you
or
do
such
first?
And such is late. Who I made.
Direct or act? You directed first, produced first?
No, produce first.
Okay. I didn't know if you had like stepped into the role. So.
I step into the role when the person that's supposed to do the role doesn't show up. But you're not gonna call me and say, "Hey, Luke, we want you to be in the movie." No, I'm not.
Gotcha.
That's
so
an actor.
The man behind the camera, or like the man.
Yeah, I'm behind the scenes,
making it all happen.
Yeah, I'm behind the scenes.
But that also, of course, lets you fill in perfectly when you need to because you know exactly what you're looking for.
Yes.
Yeah, in the role.
Pretty much.
A lot of people like would have a movie or would have a script and they're like, I'm not ready, or it's not ready, or what do you tell those people who are like have things on the shelf?
I need to find those people because you know what I get? This is the story that's gonna make you so much money. This is dope. This is the best thing you ever did. Do you have a script? No, it's all in my head. I said, well, I need a script so I could know how much it costs. But no, it's all in my head. I know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know what to do. I know what it is. You know what to do? Okay. You know, all right. So I need a script so I can know how much it's gonna cost. Then she'll go, we might be looking at one of my movies and then she went, well, how much does that cost? I said, well, that particular movie was $112. $112. Oh, yeah. See, you didn't think of that. There's a lot of different factors. Like you can make a movie or you can make a movie.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Snowfall, Power, Harlem Godfather, all these is $1,000,000-something budgets. You can see BMF. You can see the difference, right? So you have to make, if you don't have that kind of money, you still have to make something entertaining. You may not be able to get the production value, but you gotta at least have the story value. And you have to have people who can act. Again, when we start, put me in a movie. Get in the movie. You put them in. Now, like, example, I just did a casting. I'm on my way home, so we post about the casting. Someone writes me in my DM, yo, man, I've been trying to get in your movie for long. If you don't want to work with me, yo, just say so. Oh. Yo, bro. Do you,
First of all,
do you think that I'm going to... No, I know the person, but it's like, do you think that, hey, we're going to have a casting. Let me call such and such that's never done a movie with me, that's never done nothing, that doesn't have a following, and it's not going to help me sell this movie. Reality is like, why am I thinking about you? Follow my page. When you see they have a casting, come in, try out, win the role, and make me say, next time we shooting something, I have to
show up.
I got to call him because he's about his business. Make me
want you.
Yeah, make you valuable. Not that's my guy. I'm gonna be in a movie. Luke, I gotta be in a movie. Okay, here's the difference. And I tell people to this day, now this is where I'm on. Can't put you in nothing. You have to put yourself in something. Denzel has an acting coach. Why don't you? That's Denzel Washington. If he got an acting coach, why do you think that you are a movie star and you ain't even did acting? You don't have an acting coach. No, but I'm telling you, listen, I can do this and I can do that, and I know I can do it. You know you can do it. So you're telling me, get some money from an investor and take his money and say, hey, bro, I know you want me to pay you back, but I'm going to gamble with your money and I'm going to get this person because they're my friend and I'm going to put them in your movie. And it may not make the money, but they're my friends, so I'm going to put them in there. And what's going to happen to me? He's not going to give me any more money. He's going to tell his friends, like, don't mess with him. He does whatever. Then you have people that get money or they're in-between person, right? So you have an in-between person, and I might say, well, this is the budget I need, right? That person wants to rate the budget. And when I say rate the budget, like you're stealing from the budget because you got your money, but it's like, okay, he gave him this, I'm gonna try to do this. But I'm taking this and make it smaller because he said, well, if he can make something for $200,000 look like $1 million, you know, I'm gonna steal $50,000 and he's gonna have to make that look like $500,000. But it's like, first off, I need money to do what I do. I need the money when I need the money as if people's giving me a discount. So suppose you're a camera person, you say, yo, I'm gonna look out for you and I'll be able to do this and this, but you want to get paid now because you want it this week. So if this person say they messed up the money, I'm not gonna get the money till next week. I may not get the same price.
Right.
So basically, what I do now is I like to see proof of funds because you can't tell me you have X, Y, Z. I need to see it. If you don't want to give me the money and you don't want to whatever, you got to show me the money. What's that movie?
The money.
Show me the money. Because other than that, it's just it's just talking. Like even if you're
Everyone's
doing
bluffing.
if you're doing a podcast, you know I need my man to be the engineer. You got to have cameras. He has to have this. He has to have that. Suppose I'm telling you, I could do a podcast. I got you, boom, boom, boom. You pay my money. I come in there. I got one camera.
Yeah.
How you
No
feel?
lights.
No lights.
No actual microphones.
No actual microphones. Oh, don't worry. I'm gonna put the phone here. We can record off the phone. I can put it in. And blah, blah, blah. Now, don't get me wrong. You have to be creative when you don't have the funds, right? But if you're in a lane where you can get the funds or you can put up the funds, like, why be cheap? Right. What kills me, you have some people that say, for instance, like they might come to me. Now, I'm not your regular run-of-the-mill independent filmmaker. I need a little bit of funding. So you can't do what I do if you're not getting the proper funding. You need funding. It's not just like you got to have the money to pay for what you want.
Right.
So again, right? I can go to Marshall's or I could go to Gucci.
Right.
But you can't go to Gucci getting Marshall prices. So I consider me Gucci or Louis.
Right.
So you can't come to me to get
You're trying to
Old Navy prices.
Right.
You're going to get Old Navy clothing. If I buy a belt from Louis, it lasts 5, 6, 7 years. When I want to be cheap and go get a cheap belt,
it gets like,
how long does it last?
2 months.
2 or 3 wears.
Literally,
I've had some of those belts for 5, 6, 7, 8 years, still going strong. Would I spend that kind of money on a belt? Not now, because I know better. What helped me, because I think I had a clothing addiction. So what helped me, I mean, I'm addictive. So, you know, when I grew up in the 80s, you know, it's cocaine, it's whatever. People got high. That's what you did. So my personality is addictive. So I was addictive to clothes. Like I had to get the best wear, the best this, the best that, the shoes. I got this for the winter, so I can't wear that in the summer. Summer, I have to get something else.
Okay.
Right?
Gotta keep it fresh always.
You gotta keep it fresh every season because that's how they change their clothes. And then if you go over here, if you're running in that particular crowd, they're gonna know that, oh, he's not getting no money. That shit came out last year.
Yeah.
You're familiar with it because you're into the same thing. So, and I guess that's what embraced the film, that addictive personality to get up to go and to go whatever.
A workaholic.
Yeah, you have to be a workaholic.
Yes. So when I think of Cream, you know what I'm saying, I think of casual everything around me, Wu-Tang.
Okay.
When you think of Cream in the film world, what does that mean to you, and why the way I see Cream is the same way that the Wu-Tang Clan put their Cream, and that was so what influenced you to choose Cream?
All right, so that takes you to another story. So I'm doing a documentary on Kenneth Supreme McGriff versus the United States. We call it The Mundane Truth. Mundane means boring, because you guys want to see people killed, a lot of drugs sold, sex, girls, everything. The Mundane Truth just tells about how the reality and the things that the federal government does when they want to, when they want to put you away, they're gonna put you away by all means necessary, whether you did it, whether you didn't do it. It's just. I lost my train of thought.
Yeah, it's a lot. We all went somewhere.
I know. What was we talking about?
The mundane
truth.
We talked. Well, okay. Well, but why was I speaking about that?
Because you asked about the cream.
Oh, okay. So. Okay. All right. So now, bam! I got you. Thank you. So when we're doing the Mundane Truth, I met the executive producer on the Mundane Truth, whose name was Unique. Unique was a friend of his. So Unique said, "Hey, bro, I got this script." Called, and this is about the movie Sin. I just got to take you through the whole thing, and I'm going to do it fast. So we did the movie Sin. That's a movie I have that's just finished. Lou Gosset is the movie. It's Lou Gosset's last film. You guys probably don't know who Lou Gosset is. He might know. Do you know?
I heard
Okay, Lou Gosset. Okay, so when it comes to blacks in film, Lou Gosset is part of history. After Sidney Poitier, the one that opened the door for all you black actors, and you need to look at your history and look that up, is Louis Gosset Jr. He was the second black person to win an Academy Award.
Wow.
Yeah, shout out.
And to be able to work with someone of that caliber on an independent film was super big for me. So I can't wait for y'all to watch that. So the writer of Sin was a brother named Kwame Teague. Kwame Teague has been in jail about 28, 29 years, writing scripts. Some of the authors, I won't say their name, he's the one that wrote their books that people were buying. So he said, I got this joint called Cream. So that was his script. So when he brought me the joint from Cream, he's a renowned author in the urban world. Like you had Kwame Teague, you had Kiki Swinson, who did like 4 million books. You had Nikki Turner. So he's the one that gave me Cream. The brother in Detroit named K. Deezy, he was a Detroit rap legend, introduced me to a brother named Dennis Reed. Dennis Reed is very huge amongst independent film world. He's got about 30 number one movies on Tubi alone, right? And I met up with him, sat down. They read the script from Kwame. They wanted to work with Kwame anyway, because like I said, he's a renowned urban author. And they gave us the budget to put the movie together.
Nice.
You know, and that's where formed my alliance with Detroit and the talent from Detroit who, and again, Detroit is, as far as independent world, they're making a killing. So you got to give them their props. I met him and met a lot of other people, and it's been very helpful to my career and gave me a better understanding of making films, where now I'm telling you guys how to make films.
Love that.
Because before I met them, it was a learning process. And once I met them, it was still a learning process, but it helped speed it up so much because it was things that we wasn't including that needed to be included.
You're like leveling up when you're with people like that. You level up. You're like, okay, now I know. That's so cool. I wanted to ask you, you're a motivational coach or just motivational speaker?
I could be a coach. You just got to call me one-on-one.
Like when you, so you said you're a motivational speaker. Do you feel like...
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No.
So I want to ask you, like, do you feel that someone reached out to you and told you, like, oh, because of you, this happened? Like, what do you feel like?
They do. I get DMs like that all the time. Thank you for motivating me. Thank you. Because at the same time, when I'm doing my posts, I'm motivating myself.
Like, what is the one message that, like, was, like, made you feel the best? Like, you're like, maybe you were, like, giving up and then you got that message and you're like, okay, gotta keep going. Like, what is something that, like a story or like even an actor that you feel that like you changed his life in some kind of way?
I would say, that's hard to say one particular story.
Exactly. I want you to think of it. I don't want to.
I'll still think, but I have to shout out my brother, Jay, I believe his last name is Jay Will. He's from DC. He's doing a documentary. I should have sent you guys what he put together to look at. It's just awesome. But
you definitely sent it through.
That was it's not finished yet, but I'll send this 17 minutes, probably come out next year. So they was coming from DC, coming to the sets, interviewing people, taking behind the scenes when I was shooting movies, and they came up to do interviews, and I was it was a blessing. And I think for someone to tell you, you know, just like when you came in, like, yo, you got to do it, because I don't look at myself like that. I don't know. I think I'm humble, but that's the opinion for you guys to say, not me. A guy can't say, yo, I'm humble, because then are you really humble? Because it's like, that's for someone else to say. But for him to come to me, because we worked on this documentary together called Born to Box, which should be coming out soon. That's when we developed we talked about trainers, boxers, drugs in boxing, the mob in boxing. We interviewed Sammy the Bull. See, they know Sammy. Okay. Look, they didn't know Lou, but they know Sammy. So that's where I met him. So to have someone that you work with and they say, yo, bro, I want to do a documentary on you because I think you're doing some good things. Like, that's just a dope feeling. He's the director. The name of it is Rebirth. It's the reinvention of Luc Stephen. So I guess later on he'll come in and say what I was reinventing from, because I guess he wants to speak on that too. Mr. Blue.
I love that.
What about your past?
Yeah, because that's why it says the reinvention.
You worked with you ran with a few people that had predominant names in the streets.
Yeah.
You know, some of them, you know, invested in. We talking about guys like Preem. We talking about people like Fat Cat. We talking about Pappy Mason. We talking about heavy hitters. I mean, what were you like a motivational speaker for them? Were you motivated by them?
They motivated me to do the wrong thing. Well, not them. I think the environment is what motivated me, and the pressure. Like, okay, so when I came from Boston, it was basketball and school. So when I came here, you got to look at the age. Yeah. So I come to New York. I'm in Boston. I'm in a predominantly white school. I come to New York. It's only one white person in that whole school. Wow. Everyone is from South Side, Hollis, here and there. People back then, well, maybe because of the life, I'm not even going to say that New York was faster than Boston, because that would be wrong, because I didn't live that lifestyle. So I don't know what was fast. The lifestyle, like, you could live a square life in New York. So I come to the school, I'm on the basketball team, the girls is coming, I'm smart and whatever. I'm in the projects, I'm seeing these guys with 98s, Cadillacs, and that's what drew me. Got a girl pregnant, I got to start trying to get money. The basketball coach is like, oh, you're a shrimp, you're never going to go to the pros. So your dreams and your life changed, so it changed. So I started doing some things. And then when we ran across, again, I think the thing that attracted Kat to me is the same thing that I'm doing now. Tenaciousness, drive, keep going. Damn, this guy's on the block all day. I just try to get to it. So whatever I get into, I wrap myself into. So once that happened, however it happened and I got involved, then it strengthens and you learn more from them. And trust me, if you hang around with some people that's getting money, you're going to get some money. If you hang around people that's not doing nothing, you're not going to do nothing.
Literally.
So you are literally the company that you're going to keep around you.
Your network is your net worth.
It's not like they had signs. We're going to grow up and become notorious gangsters. We didn't know what it was. The money just got crazy. And once the money gets crazy, you have to be crazy because you got other people trying to do things to you to get that money.
Right.
So you have to evolve and you have to be a different kind of person. So, back then when I went to prison, it was about how I can become a better criminal. So I went to prison 3 times. After the 3rd time, you have to go. So, the first time, never going to catch me. When I come out, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And you get caught again. Hey, when they catch me again this time, I'm holding court in the streets. Then you go to jail again. And then you got to sit there and say, okay, this shit ain't working. Yes, I made a lot of money. Yes, I had a bunch of cars. Yes, I had a house. I had all the girls. But then you got to remember, how long is this lasting? Okay, I started doing this in 1980.
Whoa.
Right? So 1980, I'm hustling, right? I go to jail in 1983. I come home in 1984. I go to jail in 1985. I come home in 1991. I'm on the run in 1992. I didn't get caught up until the year 2000. So I was on the run for 8 years. So when you're in your jail cell and you have to be on the run and you can't go to your sister's graduation. I mean, not your sister. You can't go to your kids' graduations. Your kids can't come see you. Your kids don't like you because you're an absentee father. You're a bum. It don't matter if you're getting them all the new wear and the new whatever. They want you to be there. But when you're in that lifestyle, you don't understand that. I got to get the money because if I don't have the money, I ain't no good. And I can't see them if I don't have the money. So I have to get this money. But all they want to see is see you.
Right.
Your presence.
Yes. So now you have graduations that you can't go to because you're on the run. The police is looking for you.
Right.
So you thinking it's nothing because just how I was when I was younger, like my father, he was a senator in Haiti, so they tried to assassinate him.
Oh, wow.
So when we moved here, I'll try to explain the environment to you and the audience. So Papa Doc was a ruthless ruler. I don't know if you heard of him. You might have heard of his son. He had a crew of people that if you went against him, they'll kill you. My father was against him. They tried to kill him twice. My mother, they said, saved him the second time. I don't know. Again, we're young. There's shootouts, there's this. I don't know how it is to survive or get away when someone's trying to. These is people that's trained to kill you.
Right.
These is not people in the streets. So when you get away from that, it was like, she didn't want him nowhere near me. This is my little son. These dudes try to kill you. We moved here to get away from that. You're here. I don't care what you are. He has a long hand. If he wants to hurt you, you got to remember these people were embezzling whatever the United States was giving the country. They were embezzling. Whatever the Colombians were sending drugs through, they're eating. So when you get to that point, I'm not an expert, and I've never been there, and I'm not saying anything bad about anyone, but you never know what you're going to do until you're in a situation. So just imagine you're in charge of a country, and the country's messed up. The government over here gives you $100 million. Well, say they give you $20 million. $100 million is a lot of money. It's really bad if they took that much money.
Right.
But it's like, you got your family, you got your kids. You start thinking about you, because it's like, if I take this,
There's
no one
corruption
knows.
anyways.
So most of the people that ran that country, some of them didn't come in with the intentions of being like that, but I think it turned into that because it's just
Man
like,
is blinded
just
by
greed.
power. Yeah. Man, like you put money in someone's, like you sometimes, like I will say, well, just one example, it's just funny, but like I paid my rent, and then she's like, no, I want to come 10 days prior, so I'm going to pay you for these 10 days. When she came, she's like, oh, I want to clean. So she refunded me like $400 for those 10 days. And then she wanted them back because she wanted cleaning. Because the second a person has the money, it's so hard to give it back.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like and I've experienced this with clients, with people, with anyone who, once you have the money in how are you going to give it? How are you going to, man
It's
is
a thing called no
it's
refunds.
greed. Like humans are greedy. I come from Lebanon, and in Lebanon, every single person who comes to power, every single person, before they come, they're like, I'm going to change the country. I'm going to fix it.
And then when they get there,
once they're there, they got the cars, the houses, they go to traveling.
This is country. You're dealing with money, like money that's you
that
didn't imagine
citizen
before,
couldn't touch
and it's just
themselves.
and then when you're in those positions in a foreign country, no one's they don't have like the United States, like they come in to arrest the politicians and all that. Whoever's in power,
You're invincible.
You're invincible, and whoever's cool with you is getting all the contracts, the garbage, the construction, the this, the that. All of that is coming with your people. When you get out of power, all of them lose their situations.
Literally, so you're helping the people around you too, and you're helping yourself.
Yes.
And like anyone who is in that position will do the same, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But it is true, and this is human nature, and every person will eventually think of themselves. They're like maybe Gandhi. That's the only leader who was as like altruistic. I don't know.
Gandhi, yeah. Well, Gandhi was a great philosopher.
Yeah.
You know, and he lived by it. And
it's all about peace.
the world, it is about peace. And again, the younger version of me in the 80s and 90s wouldn't be speaking like I'm speaking now.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm a whole different person.
You're wiser, you're older, you get to know life, you experience a lot.
I got my ass kicked a lot.
Can you tell us about, like, I'm just going to ask it, we can maybe cut it off, but like, can you tell us about jail? Like three things, like people who have never been, like 3 maybe rules or 3 things that you should
the first thing that you do when you go to jail, you don't want to use the phone, you don't want to gamble, and you don't want to get into an argument over the TV. People get killed over those. And you don't want to get killed about dealing with the same sex. So TV, telephone, what else is that? Gambling.
It depends on who you are, because I've did time. I've did time, and those who know me. And
you be good, but you're saying what's the do nots to do? If every person been in jail, the do nots to do is don't worry about the phone.
You gotta talk to your family.
Don't worry about the phone.
Tell them why you can't worry about that.
Don't worry, don't gamble. This is the things you get hurt of. Gambling, phone, TV, another inmate that you're sexually involved with. Those are the things that get you hurt in jail.
And
am I right or wrong?
And you said that person was
right.
writing scripts in jail. What resources do you have in jail? Do you have like papers, pens? Do you have?
You have paper and you have. Well, I don't know. I haven't been in jail in a long time. Now I hear they got computers, they got TVs, laptops. So they got iPads. It's totally different. They don't teach you nothing no more. When I went, you could go to college. You could learn a trade. Like I went to barbershop. You could learn how to be a plumber. You could learn how to be a carpenter. You could do all that while you was gone. So when you come home, you could be productive.
Yeah,
what they do now, nothing. So you know what you do when you come home? The same thing.
You're pissed. Yeah.
You didn't learn nothing while you was gone. All you did was sit there, wait till I get home, and
like repent, basically.
Yeah, they don't train you to do anything. If that's the kind of person you have to have your own mindset to try to do
But like when
something.
you're alone, you're depressed. That's not.
Yeah, or angry, bitter. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. If it's just you and whoever you're in the cell with, and then.
Did you feel some kind of like attack from, like while you're in jail, like attack, like they don't want you to grow or something, or they wanted you to grow?
I mean, when I went, the last time when I went, the feds had a program, NFPT. So in NFPT, that's a personal trainer. So I got my personal training certificate. I then got a job teaching other people in the prison to become trainers. I came home and became a personal trainer. Cool. But I came home in 2006. It's 2025. They don't give you any of that no more. Mm-hmm. So what I was able to do.
Interesting. I wonder why they ended those programs.
Huh?
I wonder why they ended those programs.
Oh, they're cutting off money, basically. That's it.
Money.
Do you feel it was like divine timing for you? Like even though that you were in prison, it was divine? Like maybe it was meant to happen in a way?
I always feel whatever happens is meant to happen. Like sometimes you'll go through something and you'll be like, damn, that was bad. And then 2 or 3 months later, you'd be like, damn, that was good that had happened because I wouldn't have been able to do this.
Did you feel that? Or?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah. You don't feel it right away, but as time goes on, you'll go, damn, that was good. Mm-hmm. Like the last time I went to prison is for a crime I didn't commit. But I felt that if maybe that didn't happen, maybe something worse could have happened, or maybe something would have happened that I did do and I was getting more time. In other words, if I didn't have that chance to sit down, my life wouldn't have changed. Yeah. Because I would have still been doing what I was doing, and either I would have been able to get life in jail or I'd have got killed. Right. So when you look back, that 5 years might have been the best thing that happened.
Is that what inspired you to start Second Chances Enterprises?
I wouldn't say if that was the thing that started it, but it was part of it. It was part of it. Actually, me and a friend, Gordon, we was trying to come up with a name. I think I was doing party promotions. Oh, wow. And then he was like,
no, what I
Second Chance. Huh?
I said that. No, party promotions wasn't what I assumed. When I hear like Second Chances, I assume it's...
That's the business I was getting into. Okay. So we've named the company that. And then after that, it went into restaurants and then transportation, and they moved. I just kept the company because I had the company since 2012. I just changed with the company. I reinvented myself, which meant the company was reinvented.
Absolutely.
Sometimes you gotta reinvent yourself. If it ain't,
I think you gotta do that regularly.
Every day, right? Like every day you shed new skin.
Yes, exactly.
So I want to ask. I mean, I pretty much seen over like 10. And I might be wrong. How many films in your time of working with the
with everyone? About 40 something.
Wow. Do you have what's your top 3 working with? Name them the top 3. You gotta have
the top 3 movies.
Yes.
That's out, or I would say that everything that's coming out now. This year, because that's everything before it's trashed. Watch the new stuff.
Why you say that? Is it because the budget?
Everything?
Is it the actors?
Everything has grown. Just like next year, I would be like, this year we had Sin, we have Trapped in Temptation, Heartbreaking Homicide, Born in the Box, and The Mundane Truth. Now I'm filming. It's another film I'm getting ready to do now, and we just posted about it that I'll speak on, called Crimson Hall. So back in, I don't know if you'll remember this, back in 2003, it was a councilman out of Brooklyn called Jeffrey Davis. Jeffrey Davis got assassinated in City Hall.
In City Hall?
In City Hall. That's why it's Crimson Hall. and we're getting ready to do the film on
Oh, wow.
on that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so you can go Google. Yeah, he was killed in City Hall.
Wow.
Like you would never think that someone's going to get
Do you
killed.
have to clear something to be able to?
It's his brother and
You just have to talk to them. And
no. They came to me. 'Cause they want
Oh, okay,
me.
they came to you. Okay.
So we have his brother Jeffrey.
Mm.
We have, and I have to always give her this extra title. We have 8-time Emmy
Wow.
winner Nicole Johnson,
Wow.
journalist.
Nice. Shouts out Nicole.
Yes, she's on PIX.
Nice.
So she's the writer. And we have Corey Pegues, who wrote, I forgot the name of his book. Please don't get at me, Corey. But Corey Pegues was a New York City lieutenant who started when he was younger. And, he was in the streets and he reinvented himself and became. And if you look at his documentary, I look at it and I'd be like, did you know you was going to do this document? Because like when he's a rookie, he got braids and you seeing him. They got film and video of all this stuff. Like he knew what he was going to do later on and down the line, 20 years later.
Wow.
But he's got a tremendous story. And it was actually him that put me with Nicole. And then Nicole put me with Jeffrey. And we have another writer on there, D. So we're like, of course, and then we just had a Zoom on my way. We'll probably be on, we should be on the news next week to talk about what we're getting ready to do.
Congrats.
The fact that
So things is kind of different.
the fact that your new movies are your favorite, that means you're so passionate and you're not just doing it for the money or just like
And sin. I forgot to add sin in there. But yes.
Yeah.
I think you did
I did say sin? Okay.
You're
good.
growing. That's why. I guess it signifies that if it's like, hey, my new work is the best, that means
Yeah.
you're just
That's it. That's just like last year you could tell me you had some money. This year you got to show me that you have some money.
literally.
You can't just tell me that, hey, I have whatever, because I need to see proof of funds, because I don't need you to tell me you got X, Y, Z and you really got X. I need the Y and the Z.
Don't waste my time.
I need the Y and the Z, and this is what I need for me.
Absolutely.
It's kind of, you can probably say the same for the film, but me managing and working with artists is kind of same with the up-and-coming artists. It's like you're trying to get in a grown man game with little boy money, and it's not easy. You need quality. You want me to shop you to a label or bring you to the right investor, and they're going to look at me. I'm going to be looked at as a dummy, like, this person, no views. We kind of went on the Instagram with 1,000. Like what are the credentials? Why would I invest money in? Would you? They're gonna look at me. Would you? How much money would you invest in that person you're bringing to me?
And again,
so
you got to keep your investor.
How was that in the people watching the show and they're looking at it like, man, Luke the man, he probably could get me funded. I'm going to him for my movies. That's
what they do. So when I call them, and when they call me, and I just say, yo, bro. Like some people, who did I speak to? I'm not going to say the name, but, they'll come and they'll say, hey, you could do this and do that. And I have to explain to them. I said, listen, bro, I'm just like you. I'm trying to get ahead. You're trying to use me, and I'm trying to get to the next thing. So I understand what you're doing, but what you're doing don't help my brand. So when these people is looking at me about some money and your shit is not up to par, I don't look up to par. So no, I can't do that. And it's not that I don't want to do it, it's I can't do that because we're at the same place, except you might want $10,000 and I might want $200,000 to do a movie. That's just the difference. So you got to step your game up.
Would you work with someone, say, hey, Luke, I need I need 15,000, knowing that you work with 6 figures, probably even 7-figure budgets?
If they get, well, I'm going to show you. So December 2023, some people came to me. Matter of fact, Kwame, I got some people, blah, blah, blah. They want you to be the line producer, hold the money, blah, blah, blah. It's a very small budget, right? Let me see how this works.
You took it.
I did it, right?
Under 15?
It was under 15. We did it, right? Okay. I'll get paid on the end. So we did it, right? I did it. We did it in Philly. Movie didn't even make $1,000 yet.
Oh, wow.
So when they came back again and say, hey, yo, we want to do this other movie, boom, 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 it's going to be 30. That's not enough, bro. That's a waste of time. I could do a money grab and like, okay, y'all pay me. Okay, let's make it work. What's that going to do for my brand?
Right.
I'd rather, listen, one time I heard Remy Ma say the most traction that she got or the song that helped break her was a song she didn't get paid for.
Oh, wow.
Your hair, like I said, I'm a strong believer in if you do some dope shit, the money's going to come.
Right.
But at the end of the day, you got to get some type of compensation for something, right? So if the movie is, if what you're doing or if the song and this or whatever is incredible, right? Bro, don't, like sometimes you, and I know I've said, hey, you got to be on your business to get what you want, right? Mm-hmm. But sometimes if it's a great opportunity, so you think if Spike said, hey, I want you to do a movie with me, but I can't pay you. You think I'm going to say, no, I ain't doing it then. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go do the movie with him.
That's right, of course.
You know what I'm saying? I've done movies for other people and got no money in my beginning, and they get me nowhere because I thought that they might have been somewhere and they might have been somewhere musically, but you didn't know nothing about this. Right. So you gotta come to a decision and know what you're gonna do. Would it be smart for me to work with Spike Lee on a movie for nothing? Of course it would be. Because I'm next to Spike Lee
And
with
you can
my
have
credit
that on your resume.
and that's on my resume. So now when the person comes with the money, they don't know I ain't get no money.
Right, exactly.
Oh, he paid him.
Exactly.
So he paid him.
Yeah. So it's like, nigga, I did something with Spike Lee. My prices go up. I ain't get a dime, but they don't know that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, facts.
So some things, everything is not about money.
Yes.
But it's about money.
Absolutely.
The money eventually comes.
Absolutely.
Yes. So if you don't get it now, you got to know that you're going to get it later. Otherwise, what are you doing it?
Yes.
So, when the guy comes and says, hey, I want to do this and that, and we did this and that, and I got this and I got that, and look at my following, and it's just like, okay, what you did before? How did that work? Who was your last investor? Did he get his ROI back? Like, all these things matter, the business part. Like, we look at the fantasy because everybody wants to be a star. But how many people really become stars?
Nah, man.
It's very minimal. Trust me. I ain't the only one doing movies. Like I just told you about Dennis. I just told you about, it's a bunch of people like once I start hanging out with Detroit scene and seeing these people with 40 and 50 movies under their belt. So when someone comes in, why you always get the Detroit people? Why you don't look out for New York people? Let me see. How many movies you did? 3. Okay. And this one did 40. Who is the audience going to want to see? Who's going to be more experienced?
Logically.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's just a lot of things, man. It's
Take
just,
the emotion out of
it's not
business and
easy.
just run.
Yeah, you gotta be on top of your game, man, and you gotta really work. Like, no one is giving you nothing. Nothing is lightly.
No one owes you nothing.
That's the other thing. That's people's problems.
And same thing too.
You
You don't
gotta
owe
owe.
anyone.
Yeah.
You don't owe anyone anything either.
Yeah, same thing.
People pleasing when you have to say yes to someone. No, you don't have to say yes to them.
You just gotta say yes to what you want on your resume and what you feel like aligns with your
Whatever.
brand.
Yeah, and whatever is in your future like aligns with you.
That's true. That's true.
Luke, thank you for joining us today.
Oh man, thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Everyone, one more time, his book, Indie Filmmaking the Real Way.
Indie filmmaking.
Number
Real
1 in
way.
its category on Amazon. You'll go check that out.
Number 1, Luc Stephen.
An easy read,
Second
easy
chance.
breakdown.
Easy read,
Check that
easy
book out.
breakdown.
And where
Check
can
it
they
out.
find you on social media?
Social media, LucRStephen. My company is second SECOND_chance_enterprises.
Second chance, I like that.
Second Chance Enterprises.
And where can they find your films?
Tubi. For now.
All right, for now.
For now.
Y'all.
This year they're going to be in a couple of different other places. So
Yes.
I wanted to ask you one last question.
sure, just one.
Yeah, just one last
You
question.
sure?
Yeah.
One?
On
Can I
air.
charge you for it? Nah, thanks. What you
No,
want?
like who's the first person you speak to? Like when you have a good news, who's the first person you call?
True.
Oh, wow. You guys connected like that?
Yeah. We same birthday, 8/25.
Wow.
I could be his. He's old enough to. I could be his father. That's the age difference.
August 25th?
August 25th is
Virgo?
our birthday. We're Virgos.
Oh, wow. It's my daughter's birthday.
Same date.
Wow.
We're very similar. He reminds me, his aggressiveness reminds me of when I was younger, but I was doing something different. His aggressiveness is towards the positivity. When I was younger, I was aggressive, but that was negative. So I watch him and then I smile because I see me.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
And you're able to shape the you that you see in him into like a positive direction.
Like talking to your younger self.
I let them be him, but when he does, and you got to let a younger person be who they are.
Yeah, not even
so
like
if I think
in a
it's
controlling
not,
way, just giving him game that you didn't have for yourself at that time that you have now to give.
But this is what I noticed, right?
Young people never listen.
Yes. Yes, they want
always
to.
think they know more.
They want to learn on himself, and he really inspires me because
You
of
learn
his
from
energy.
them.
Because his energy, I'm older, so my energy ain't the same energy of someone 20 years younger than me. He's got more energy. He's like he could be editing for 3 straight days. The guy's he's just a monster. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like he's gonna text me at before 6 a.m. I'm going to say, I'm going to make Salat, I'm going to the gym. I'm going to call you after the gym. He's going to call me before I get back from the gym. He's going to know I'm in the gym, but he's still going to call me. But that's just the relationship we have. And I think that's why we work so great together.
It's epic.
Love that.
It's dope.
Cheers.
It's dope. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you. Luc Stephen, Instagram.
Yeah, I was gonna say I made sure
Follow.
everyone got your socials, made sure everyone knows where to check you out.
Tubi, punch my name in. Matter of fact, Google me. I'm doing some things. Gotta get better. Got a lot longer to go, but trust me, consistency. Keep working. You'll get there.
Thank you for your time. Absolutely worth tapping in with. Everyone go check him out and stay tuned. We'll see you again next week.
Thank you.
Thank you.